know, it's been some of the toughest fighting that the British Army has experienced since World War II. Many of them, of course, as we know, have lost their lives. Well, Jeremy Ball has been following for the last 12 years, really, and now here's his take on their achievements.
When you come and watch the troops preparing their weapons here, it's easy to forget why they ever ended up in a desert so far away from home. It was all because of the 9/11 attacks in New York, attacks that were coordinated right here in Afghanistan, and the response to those attacks came within weeks. Soldiers from Leicestershire and Lincolnshire were among the first to arrive here after Afghanistan's brutal Taliban government was forced out of power. They found a capital city shattered by decades of civil war. I took these photos in Kabul 12 years ago. These children came up to shake hands. The Royal Anglian soldiers didn't even need to wear helmets. And we found this makeshift school where girls were being educated for the first time in years. Last autumn, Afghanistan finally had something to celebrate when the country won its first international football tournament. And for many, life has improved here, so much so that millions of Afghan refugees have come home. But what's in it for us? I put that to the government minister in charge of Britain's armed forces.
Our troops, as well as supporting the Afghan people, they've been helping to protect people back home from terrorist threats. They've been fighting to help keep us and our families safe. I believe ultimately it has been worth it.
And here in Helmand Province, soldiers from Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire were getting drawn into battles on a daily basis. This is what happened when I filmed a patrol with the Mercian Regiment 5 years ago. This exchange of fire was so routine that they cracked jokes about how close the bullets came, but it was deadly serious. And it's the photos of troops who've been killed that bring home the real cost of this conflict. These are the faces of 23 men who came from the East Midlands, victims of a war that's also claimed the lives of thousands of civilians. Kieran Hill was from Nottingham.
I think there's been too many people that have had massive sacrifices, not only those that have lost their boys or girls, but also those that have lost limbs, suffering from post-traumatic stress. It's not worth it for me. I've lost too much. Maybe it has stopped terrorism, I don't know, but it's destroyed my life.
Kieran's commemorated on this memorial here at Camp Bastion, and the debate about what's been achieved won't end when the last British troops go home later this year. The question now, what of Afghanistan's future? Who'll be in charge after next month's elections? And will the sacrifices of so many British troops make a lasting difference here? Jeremy Ball, BBC East Midlands Today at Camp Bastion.